outside. What's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we
Mill
playing out
outside.
this
Let's
real
go.
life.
Real life.
Yeah, nigga,
Yeah.
no Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
Yeah. The nigga love you from the and the back. I'm not saying it's not wrong with it, I'm just saying it's just not for me. So to each his own. You into that not for me, man.
Yeah. Happy birthday, cuz. Happy birthday.
Diddy might be sitting behind bars, but his mess ain't slowing down. It's just getting wilder. Every week, new secrets crawl out from those wild mansion nights, and now 50 Cent's aiming straight at Meek Mill and Burna Boy, those so-called studio sessions at Diddy's crib. Please, they weren't about music at all. Word is, people were getting twisted and things went sideways fast, and now 50's out for blood. He's been hinting that he's ready to spill every dirty detail from Diddy's hidden files. That mysterious MMS clip Diddy thought he had buried deep. It's bubbling back up like a ghost that won't stay down. And if you got any ties to the streets, you already heard the shocking talk. Whispers that Diddy got sliced up in jail. Yeah, they say somebody pulled a knife on him, and that 4-year sentence he caught on 2 out of 5 charges is turning into straight-up chaos behind those walls. Now he's finding out what bad boy for life really means when you ain't in control anymore. And you already know who had to jump in first, 50 Cent. That man wasted zero time. In a now-deleted post, he clowned Diddy like it was a comedy skit, cracking jokes and throwing shade like only Fifth can do. Folks are wondering, is he just trolling or is he low-key snitching on the next big reveal? They say somebody pressed a blade to Diddy's neck and hissed, "Southside, we outside." Wild, right? That rumor alone got the whole block talking, and now folks say Diddy might start naming names just to shave off some time. Word on the street is he's ready to air out who was really sliding through those late-night parties. And it ain't just randoms, it's industry heavyweights. And of course, 50 Cent couldn't stay quiet for a second. He's out here louder than ever, bragging that he's seen footage that could flip the whole industry upside down. But nobody's shocked. 50's been on Diddy's neck for years, trolling him nonstop with memes, wild captions, and even that fake Netflix trailer called Diddy Do It. You know 50 loves a good drag session. When Diddy caught that 4-year sentence, 50 doubled down, went on X and wrote, "Hey, whoever was booking Diddy for speaking gigs, I heard he won't be able to make it. I'm available now." Straight savage move, but that was just the beginning. Now 50's calling out every DL artist who's been hanging tight with Diddy for years, allegedly part of those freak-off nights like they were exclusive members of some twisted VIP club. And guess who's first on his hit list? Meek Mill. Yeah, the same guy people been whispering about for a minute, saying he was one of Diddy's so-called favorites. It all ties back to that infamous Vegas birthday party Diddy threw for Meek. Matching fits, Mayweather weekend, all-star crowd. But what went down after the cameras stopped rolling? That's the part sounding straight out of a dark, twisted movie. When the lights went out and the cameras stopped rolling, that mansion turned into straight madness. Reports say the scene looked like a full-blown war zone. Broken bottles everywhere, used condoms on the floor, blood stains on the sheets, razor blades tossed around, and every kind of party substance you could imagine scattered across the room. Even the property manager, Jason Haight, said it himself. It was disgusting. He claimed he'd never seen anything like it in his life. But here's the jaw dropper. That chaos went down the exact same weekend that infamous rumor tape was supposedly filmed. Yeah, the one people say shows Diddy and Meek in a compromising moment that nobody can unsee.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what was going on, but I just heard slapping against his cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, "Yeah, daddy." Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling. Like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I was.
The whispers are dark. They say Diddy treated Meek like he owned him that night. Of course, Meek didn't waste a second firing back once those rumors hit the internet. He called everything fake, said the audio clips floating around were AI-generated trash made to ruin his name. He hopped online preaching about how people were trying to erase his power as a black man from the trenches, saying, "My voice is so powerful worldwide, they want it gone. I'm a real king under no human's control." He went on about how fake accounts and bots were trying to damage real brands with political-style smear campaigns. But let's keep it real. The streets weren't buying that speech. They've seen the pictures, the clips, the cozy moments. Meek and Diddy always looked tighter than just business partners. Every photo screamed loyalty on another level. And now that the truth might be leaking out, folks can't help but wonder, was it really friendship or was something else going down behind those mansion doors? Soon as that AI excuse started making rounds, fans split down the middle, half defending Meek, half saying he's just panicking because the truth's finally catching up. And that's when 50 Cent came right back swinging again. He reposted one of Meek's old clips where Meek called Diddy Big Bro and captioned it with, "Yeah, that's what he calls him when the camera's on. Pure disrespect. 50's trolling game is undefeated." But things got darker when an insider who used to work security at Diddy's Miami mansion started talking. This dude claimed that Meek wasn't just visiting, he was staying there for days at a time. He said those studio nights had zero to do with recording tracks and everything to do with what Diddy called team building. The source said there were NDAS everywhere, phones locked up, and random guests who disappeared before morning. Then out of nowhere, another leak hit online. Blurry footage from what looks like that Vegas weekend. You can't see faces clear, but the voices? Fans swear it's Diddy and Meek. The internet exploded instantly. People froze frames, ran filters, and said the background matched the same luxury suite from Mayweather's after party. 50 Cent jumped in again, commenting, "Told y'all, I seen it first." Meanwhile, Meek's team scrambling heavy, trying to shut it down, calling every outlet to delete posts and tagging AI experts for proof. But it's too late. Once 50's audience grabs it, it spreads like wildfire. Now, blogs, podcasts, and TikTok gossip pages all dissecting every second of that clip, arguing if it's legit or a deepfake setup. Either way, Meek's image is getting dragged. What was once street credibility is turning into internet comedy, and 50's loving every second of it. The streets keep asking, if that footage is fake, why is Meek reacting like it's real? Something ain't adding up, and people are starting to smell fear instead of confidence. By the next morning, the whole internet turned into a war zone. Fan pages, blogs, and hip-hop forums blowing up non-stop. Everyone wanted to know one thing: is Meek Mill really caught up in Diddy's secret mess? Or is this just another viral trap? But 50 Cent wasn't done. He went even harder. He posted a Photoshop pic of Diddy holding a leash with Meek on it, captioned, "Bad Boy Kennel Edition, coming soon." Pure savagery. The man doesn't miss a chance to stir chaos. Then more chatter started flying around about how the Fed's been quietly watching Diddy's circle, not just for the parties, but for the money trail behind them. Rumor says those mansion events were cover-ups for moving serious cash and favors between artists, execs, and street players. And guess whose name kept popping up in those whispers? Meek's. Folks claiming he might have been closer to the business side than anyone thought. Meanwhile, Burna Boy's name suddenly enters the chat. Fans digging up old pics of him at Diddy's house, same timeline, same people around. 50 caught that too and dropped a bomb saying, "I told y'all this circle wasn't about music, it's about submission." That line alone had everyone spiraling. The craziest part, some insiders are now saying the MMS tape everyone's been whispering about might feature multiple faces. Not just Diddy and Meek, but others too, all tied to the same wild nights. The rumor mill is spinning faster than ever, and nobody's denying anything. Just deleting posts and staying quiet.
The audio that they put out was real.
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that up there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek. She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
Fans are going insane trying to piece it all together. But one thing's clear, 50 Cent's got the upper hand right now. His trolling turned into full-blown exposure, and the industry's shaking in silence. So the real question is If more footage leaks, how many names gonna fall before this whole scandal explodes completely? At this point, the story's out of control. And 50 Cent's acting like he's directing the whole movie. He's out here posting cryptic messages like, "Next episode loading," with clips of prison bars clanging shut. The man's turning Diddy's downfall into a full-blown series. But what's wild is behind all the memes, insiders say 50's actually holding real evidence, not just gossip. Supposedly, a few ex-bodyguards from Diddy's camp reached out to him offering to sell receipts from years of freak-off parties, flights, and private invites. Word is, those files could bury half the industry if they ever drop. Meanwhile, Meek's camp trying to play damage control, booking interviews, sending out PR statements, trying to shift attention to his music again. But fans ain't letting it go. Every time he posts, the comments flood with "Southside, we outside," and "Bad boy trainee." It's brutal. Even old friends like Ross keeping their distance now, staying quiet like they don't even know him, and the tension spreading fast. Burna Boy suddenly unfollowed Diddy and Meek, and folks caught it instantly. Now fans think Burna's trying to escape before the next leak drops. One insider even hinted that the so-called MMS clip that's been floating around is just part one, and the next one involves more rappers, names people would never expect to see. Still, Diddy's team is panicking from inside those prison walls. Sources say he's been calling his lawyers non-stop, terrified that the feds might get their hands on the unreleased footage. The same insider said Diddy's worried about 50 teaming up with law enforcement to finish him off. Not physically, but career-wise. Right now, the streets are watching, the blogs are eating, and 50 smirking like he already won. The game's shifting. And everyone tied to Diddy's name is sweating bullets. If another tape drops, this might not just end careers. It might expose the whole dark system behind the music industry itself. When that old clip resurfaced of Diddy looking right at Meek and calling him daddy on camera, the whole internet went nuclear. Like, come on, nobody calls their homeboy daddy. The comment sections went up in flames instantly. Memes, edits, reaction videos. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. And the biggest question hit fast. Who leaked that wild footage in the first place? Word on the block says it wasn't some hacker. It was one of Diddy's own bodyguards. Yeah, the same dude who supposedly saw way too much at those mansion parties and got tired of being silenced.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Insiders say he'd been sitting on footage, messages and photos from years inside Diddy's circle. And when the feds started circling, he allegedly decided to cash out before the ship sank. But then Jaguar Wright jumped in and flipped the whole story upside down. She pointed straight at Nicki Minaj. She claimed that Meek's ex might have paid to have that clip leaked just to wreck Meek's image for good. And when people dug up that old Nicki interview, the one where she laughed and said Meek likes controversy, he don't mind the drama, folks started thinking maybe Jaguar wasn't lying after all. Then DJ Academics added more fuel to the chaos, saying that Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy mentioned a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj. And everyone instantly knew who he meant. It lined up too clean. Philly roots, Nicki connection, Diddy involvement, and the same dark timeline. Fans were shook, saying, this ain't coincidence. This looks like revenge. Meek even tried to flip it around, tweeting that he'd pay $100,000 to anyone who could find out who started the rumors. But funny enough, no receipts ever popped up. No proof, no names, just silence. And now people are starting to piece things together. The Vegas birthday party, the leaked audio, the daddy clip, and Meek's nonstop denials. The puzzle's ugly, and the picture it paints, it ain't innocent at all. Folks are whispering that Meek might not have been just a victim. He played the game, got his perks, and now he's scrambling to clean up while Diddy pays the price. And if that tape is real, it proves their bond went way deeper than music. And something about this whole mess feels deeper, darker. And now another big name's getting dragged into it, Burna Boy. Yeah, the so-called African giant is suddenly all over the gossip radar, and the talk on the street is wild. People saying he might have been Diddy's African import in more ways than one. When Diddy linked up with Burna during that Twice as Tall album run, it all looked pure at first. Two brothers vibing over music, pain, and culture. Diddy even went online calling him my brother, writing about how they built a real bond during quarantine. He posted, "I've been blessed to work with incredible talent on this album. Me and my brother Burna Boy developed a brotherhood during quarantine. I told him how much I miss Kim, played him some music, and this is what he sang to it. Back then it sounded touching. Now it just sounds eerie." Because with all these new allegations about Diddy's so-called boy toy circle, fans are looking back at those old posts real different. Remember that clip of Diddy scooping Burna clean off the ground like he was reuniting with a baby mama, and Burna hopping out that golf cart with a little too much excitement? People are replaying that video like detectives, catching details they swear they missed the first time. Here's where it gets shady. That same Grammy-winning album Diddy executive produced, the one that finally put Burna on the global stage, the street saying that golden trophy might have come with a heavy price. And to make it worse, a leaked photo popped up last year showing Burna bent over with Diddy behind him. Folks been arguing if it's fake or not, but the timing, super suspicious. That picture blew up right after Diddy's arrest, and from there the internet went crazy. Rumors started flying about a missing Burna Boy x Diddy tape. Word on the block says the footage came straight from the same stash Diddy allegedly kept hidden, the one he used to control and blackmail celebs who got too close. And guess who's been warning people for years about Diddy recording everyone around him? Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal. Both been screaming that Diddy had tapes on everybody who ever played his dirty game. Then things got messier when Nigerian artist Speed Darlington jumped in, dropping a diss track called Baby Oil, clowning Burna for allegedly bending over for that Grammy. Burna snapped instantly, denied everything, fired back online, and even threw threats towards Speed. But not long after, Speed's car got riddled with bullets out in Lagos, and that had people shook. The street started whispering that Burna's reaction spoke louder than any denial ever could. Then came the craziest twist. An alleged deleted post from Diddy himself started circulating again, reading, "I helped you win your first and only Grammy Award, which I did out of kindness, and somehow you thought you could win another without my help." That single line had people convinced that Diddy wasn't talking about music favors. He was talking about something else entirely. Now fans are connecting dots. That Grammy, the leaked pic, the brotherhood, and all those suspicious clips. One user commented, "Any man who wore a matching outfit with another grown man is certified rainbow." Another added, "Burna Boy plus Baby Oil equals Grammy." The jokes, the theories, the disbelief, it's all spinning out of control. So what do y'all think? Is 50 just trolling again for clout? Or does he really have footage that could blow this whole Diddy circle wide open? Did Meek and Burna trade pride for power? Or are they just getting caught in the fallout of Diddy's empire collapsing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.